Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We're going to try that again. I know we're in a library, so people are kind of like, are we allowed to make noise? And yes, you are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Outspoken Saturdays here at Boston Public Library in the Newsfeed Cafe. Y'all can make some noise. Can I get a round of applause? My name is Amanda Shea, and I will be your host for today. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but as you can see, we are at Outspoken Saturdays, and we are doing poetry, so, you know, some things are just serendipitous. For those who are unfamiliar with spoken word poetry, it is a powerful form of performance art in which speakers express themselves verbally on a particular topic. This event, Outspoken Saturdays, is a platform where we celebrate and give voice to what matters to you, which is also coincidentally GBH's slogan. As this is our first Outspoken of the year and our third season. We want to say thank you personally for your attendance and your contributions to the show. We're so happy to be back. How's everybody feeling in this new year? Okay, I heard good, I saw a thumbs up, and I heard cold. And I agree with all of those things. It is extremely cold. With that being said, this Outspoken Saturday is truly special because this does kick off, like I said, our third season here at the Newsfeed Cafe in the Boston Public Library. And I'm really, really honored to be here. But not only that, we have some amazing speakers today for this show in January 2025. Are y'all ready for a show? Yes. Okay, cool. It's like... I love y'all. Y'all are giving all of the energy that we need, but we also need y'all too over here. I am an artist as well, and like Erykah Badu says, we are all sensitive about our art. So I am not going to bring anybody up if the energy is feeling a little mid. Want to know why? Because it is so hard to get up here and speak your truth, and all of the writings that we do in our personal time, it is very vulnerable to be up here and spread that to people that we don't even know. Because right now, y'all, we're going to be family at the end of the show, but for now, we are strangers. So, can I get a yes? Yes! Can I get some snaps? Can I get some hand claps? Yes! Can I hear you say, go off, poet?
Go off, poet.
I know that's right. With that being said, are y'all ready for our Outspoken Saturday? Please give a big round of applause and a warm welcome to our first speaker, Nic Jean.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nic Jean from the Dirty Gerund out in Worcester, Massachusetts. This is a poem called The Astronaut. This is the third interstellar bar this week on a pioneer's never-finished journey. A neon hall behind a blue reflection. He's drinking an oil slick again. This is just another surface to sit. Take off the helmet for a bit, strain the lungs on some fresh, thin air. Here, we find the astronaut in his natural habitat. A pit stop, somewhere on the way to sector whatever, the destination never matters. He won't be staying long. He gets high on the atmosphere and strung out on change, hangs at the rail just long enough to be overwhelmed with epinephrine, endorphins, the closest things he can remember to how it felt to be warm without the suit. The astronaut drinks black ice and chews lime tonic, befriends for the night the same type of Martian as the space bar before, always some regular. He's jealous of them and their commitments, telling them how lucky to have a name and be wanted in the space they're most comfortable and understood. Astronaut lives a dream, charts unseen galaxies but can't find the gravity to stay or say, how sad. A heart that beats thick and full and a body by itself. Astronaut carries on into the glitter, searching for a black hole to fall into or someone with more than just a spare oxygen tank. Someone who will look to him the way Galileo looks to the moon. Thank you. This poem is called Dolor. The days we fight gravity are the predecessors to well-earned nights, where the gravitation of the moon seems to rip us from beneath our skin so that we may breathe the cleanest dregs of stardust possible. Those are the nights we stay alive for. These are the days we earn entry. The hours spent holding our lead hearts with our stomachs strengthen our minds the way Olympians train their hands for war. Tears that seem to erupt unannounced cleanse us for a fresh start. That is the goal, is it not? To become mothers of ourselves as we choose how this pain will shape our rebirth, to live on and live beyond our inner stories and selves, to create and spread tangible droppings of our invisible worth within the minds and mindful lives of those less burdened by themselves. So on the day of their first fight with gravity, they feel our tether reaching out to them, assuring this new traveler together, we can feel our way through the dark. We will embrace the limpid sensation of exhaustion jarvising our chests. We will subsume the fatigue cast over us like birds adapting to storm winds. Recalcitrant, tenacious, brazen yet patient with our minds, until a palpable release sends us soaring into the night we have earned. We are star chasers in midday darkness. We are a galaxy of survivors on the horizon. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabby Tober. I'm based in Somerville, and I have 2 poems for you today. If you like what you hear, I would love to connect on IG at Gab Tober. This first poem, I actually wrote in reaction to a poem that was shared last month at Outspoken Saturday. And the title is, What is it like to be a lover girl? Well, I'll try to keep it as distinct as possible. But every day is a new emotion, and how could you capture these emotions that seem to infinitely expand like the universe, like digits of pi, into one short answer? My heart is as profound as the Mariana Trench, but also as feeble as the 2-liter pot in my cabinet that boils and overflows at the slightest suggestion of heat. Turn the temperature between us up any higher, and I'm going to make a mess in the kitchen. When you're in front of me, time freezes, but when you're not, it flies. When I'm going to see you, it slows down, and I can feel myself in a matrix, where the world around me moves at triple the speed. I'm going to need a cool leather jacket. Maybe I'll wear that jacket to impress you, but I also don't want to stress you out, because I'm a lot and I'm intense. And I also really hate you, and I'm trying to thug it out and keep it cool. But now the water in the pot, the water in the Mariana Trench, has started to boil, and that's not good because the climate catastrophe is here. And you, my dear, have caused an eruption, a disruption to how I function, and I'm sitting confused at the junction because do I tell you or do I keep it gangster? Try to fool you like a prankster? I don't have a good poker face, so instead I'll try to chase these feelings away to make it to the next day. I rinse and repeat, feel it all again in a different equation, a different algorithm, a different matrix, expanding that 3.141592653589979. Waiting one day for a love that is all mine.
I like that one. That was a good one.
Thank you so much. This next poem is about my mom. And it is entitled, Trabajas como una hormiga. Trabajas como una hormiga is a phrase my mom occasionally tells me when I'm feeling low and unsure of myself, when I forget what I have to offer to the metaphorical table, when I just need to hear something from anyone. You work like an ant. She says this with immense pride, and sure, I would have loved to have heard, you're the most beautiful girl in the world. But I take this in stride because I know the depth of this compliment. Mi mamá, todo lo que ella sabe es trabajar. From age 17, moved alone from her small city to the big capital of Caracas. First job as an elevator operator, she climbed the levels of adult life, floor by floor, moving up the elevator shaft from jobs to language to immigration, sometimes manually having to pull the elevator up all by herself. La verdadera Miss Independiente, working through life all on her own. She never imagined a life con su propio coche, never could envision su teléfono de iPhone, did not foresee viajes a Europa on her bingo card. And I bet she wouldn't have dreamed, although satirically maybe a nightmare, of giving birth to 2 American daughters. So when she tells me, tú trabajas como una hormiga, I know that the best is still yet to come. I know that esa sangre de trabajadora is flowing through me. And whatever work I put in now, no one can take away from me. I know that there are things, people, places, ideas, moments, memories, movements that I will be blessed with in this life. And I can be proud to have worked for it myself. I just cannot yet comprehend what they will be.
Thank you.
So my name is Ilse, and this poem is about how I've been feeling these last couple of weeks, watching all of my friends leave, and how Jose Pablo, who moved out of the country, wanted to sell me everything he had in his room, including his 6-foot mirror. It's so big, it barely fit in my eyes. I thought, damn, how many people can fit in here? I wanted to go back and write about the day we met. That was a life. I felt inspired like never before, and then just overflowed as always. I rethink 3 different ways to reach perfection, and they're all insufficient. Then I remember my flag football coach. Games are won in practice, he said, and I don't practice anymore, but I write. I think about the details, about letting myself go and seeing what comes out. Every gram of graphite is like one of those screams I used to shout while training. Now that was a life. I'd have it so much in me that I actually saw my coach yesterday, but he wasn't him, and I wasn't me. He was just a man sitting in table 36, seat 2, and I was just a bartender looking for my past eyes. Maybe it was him, but he didn't know it. Maybe he got confused on his way to training camp and accidentally ended up in the same life as me. I wanted to approach and ask if he also felt trapped by mistake, but I confirmed that he was not me. And I stopped 2 centimeters away from bumping into the plate of boiling mussels that my Colombian coworker was carrying, and even though I knew she only spoke Spanish, I said, sorry. I asked myself what I was doing. Unclogging the drain full of black water at the middle of my shift, I wondered what I was doing and why I wasn't writing. What am I doing so far away? This beach doesn't even look like the ones in which I used to dream about a life. I wanted to go back, so I watched rap battles with my brother and remember how beautiful Spanish is. And the place I come from, decorated with palm trees and heat, hot sidewalks and a painter who works downtown. His studio is a wall in a vacant lot and a wooden bench. Him, like his paintings, are surely sustained by memories, and so I wonder if I'm still there, watching him from the car, in my elementary school uniform while mom drives to buy tortillas on her way home. But home is not home anymore. I wanted to go back to an hour ago when I said goodbye to Jose Pablo in this brief moment of life we shared. I wonder if his street will save our hug. I realize that I have learned to pronounce August with warm tones and expensive farewells. It has been more out of habit than conviction, and for some years now I have discovered myself to be the one who stays in the same place, not by conviction, but by fear of new habits. And I know that I have grown, but I also know that I have never left any place that I've been, because in every space I walk, I look for the smell of tortilla, Rangelian painting, and a coach to follow. How many lives have I lost by remembering the ones I have already lived? I wanted to go back, but I never left. I felt I was drowning, so I went swimming to the sea. I needed a friend, so I bought Jose Pablo's 6-foot mirror. I set it up in my room. I could see my whole reflection. I faced my eyes and thought, damn, how many people can fit in here? Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna do another poem, and it's about the relationship that I have with my hair, which, as you can tell, it's good, because my hair is good. But the thing is about my hair is that also it has to do with my mom. And every time that my mom tells me she has her flight tickets to come visit me, my first thought is that I have to let my hair grow. Despite 3 or 4 weeks not making much of a difference, I just think it's better than nothing. She would ask me to wear my hair long, and I used to think it's because she finds it really pretty and she doesn't like hers. Maybe this way she could project beauty. Maybe she could cover enough of the things she didn't like about me. Maybe she would continue to see the image of a daughter who never came out of the closet. It's not that I didn't like my hair, it's just that I didn't like who I was with it. Separating me from myself, from the me that I was to my mother, at times felt like being resurrected in a religion where no one was expecting you back. I lost count of the times I had to die in order to fit into my mother's hands, and loving myself became the greatest test of unconditional love I had ever survived. separated me from my fears of not being loved anymore, took so many cuts that by the time I could barely grasp my hair with my fingers, I realized that it didn't matter how separate I was from my mother or my mother from me. Every time that I died, she was by my side, trapped in limbo, promising to never leave me alone. And if there's something she loves more than my hair is my happiness, and we both know there was a time when it seemed that I will never smile again. My friends tell me that I shouldn't pretend to be something that I'm not just to please her. And I think about all of the times my mother pretended to be strong so I wouldn't worry. Pretended to cut onions so I wouldn't be sad. Made food out of ashes, paid bills without sleeping. Broke her own judgments to love me. Isn't it insane how we both had to be less of ourselves in front of the other one to make the other one happy? I lost count of the times I watched my mother die at my own hands, and I've seen her reborn by telling me that she loves me above anyone I could love, above any haircut I can come up with. To cut my hair is to redefine my womanhood. Let the weight of imposed judgments fall and burn to the light of my success. To let my hair grow is to let breathe the possibility that every relationship has curves in its history and new opportunities to heal. My mom and I had different hair, a lot of work to do to be our real selves, but we had exactly the same face. And every time that I'm sad, she tells me to take a bath and get ready. You look the way you feel, so if you look good, you will feel better. So I get in the shower. I cut my hair, and I proudly show off her freckles and her nose, and that little dot on her forehead she plays with a kiss above my mouth. And when I look like she looks, I'm sure that we both could die, and we both could resurrect, and we will still wait for each other to grow. Thank you so much.
Please give it up one more time for Ilse. Before I introduce our last Outspoken Saturdays speaker for January 2025, if my sister is in the crowd, I just see. Okay. With that being said, don't make me cry. Okay. If you are inspired by what you've heard today, which I'm pretty sure you are, and you're thinking to yourself, I could do that too, please come and see Olivia right here with the clipboard who is waving at all of you, and sign up for our future Outspoken Saturdays. Even if you know someone and you have a friend of a friend of a friend, like my bestie over there, and maybe they might not want to sign up themselves and they might be a little shy, sign them up and we will send them an email to get them started. With that being said, how are we feeling today, y'all? How's the energy in the space? Have you been enjoying the show? Yes, you can make noise. It's a library. Yes, yes. With that being said, I am honored to introduce our last Outspoken Saturday speaker. Please put your hands together and make some noise for Tim Hall.
Good afternoon, everyone. How y'all doing?
We doing good.
Word. Thank you so much to Amanda for hosting this space in WGBH. My name is Tim Hall. This first piece I wrote for my father. It's titled Dad Did. And shout out to all the dads in the room. I remember waiting anxiously for my 4th grade music teacher to call on me and ask the question I had been preparing for all week. What instrument would you like to play? And proudly, I said the saxophone. That was after the drums had already been taken, but still, I knew the sax was a good choice because my dad loved jazz and I wanted to make him proud. See, music set the mood in my house. Brand new heavies coupled with the smell of eggs and bacon meant I was doing yard work that morning. Some Kirk Whalum and oatmeal sweet scent meant I can get an extra hour of sleep. My dad was studying his Bible. The smoky smell of hickory. Earth, Wind, and Fire's September. And cocky laughter meant my dad was full of himself and I was eating barbecue that day. Ooh, this tastes good. was my cue to run upstairs for a fresh sampling of his creamy mac and cheese right out of the oven. Some good music, a mouthful of food, and a smile on my face was his saving grace. It was his way of showing me why I should be proud of my name, that life is about love and faith, that my word is the most important commitment I can ever make. And if I can get a woman to smile with some creamy mac and cheese, then I can share the same beautiful moment with my kids someday. I remember the long drives down I-75 to Savannah. Mom, sis, and little brother passed out in the back seat, and Dad ranting about his glory days, how he had this huge collection of albums and dabbled on the trombone. I learned about my past on these trips, that music was a time machine shaping the way we viewed the world, our tour guide to a lifelong escapade. I learned that music was the muse of my birth, with pockets of soul and rhythm plastered together in brick-sized sound bites. We listened to Miles, Coltrane and Quincy, blues and fusion, hip-hop and blackness. My dad used music to open my eyes to a life I was meant to live. I gained the courage to be the me I was most afraid of, be the voice I never thought I had, be the salvation I sometimes forgot to pray about, be a beautifully scored masterpiece etched into the memory banks of everyone I would meet. Who would have thought this nervous fourth grader with a heart to make his father proud would turn into this man full of love and faith, with a commitment as strong as his word, and the ability to cook a smile on that special woman's face. My dad. He did. Thank you. Thank you. This next piece is titled Trust the Process, and boy, do we need that this year. So I want to invite you all to participate. Y'all cool with participating with me? Y'all good? Cool. So whenever I raise my hand, I'm gonna just need y'all to say trust the process. Y'all cool with that? Let's see. Trust the process. Word. All right, we had like a 2. So like I'm gonna need us to get to, like 10 by the end of this, but I believe in y'all. I have faith that we got this together collectively. All right, here we go. Trust the process. When the day looks impossible, the couch feels comfortable, and sun rays splashing from the bay windows look uneventful. Trust the process. When a conversation with your partner seems daunting, and your feelings eat away at your tongue's ability to produce words. Trust the process. When depression is the dust that refuses to be swept from the floor, and all you want is freedom from having to clean up the destructive thoughts that fall. Trust the process. When song doesn't sound beautiful, and melody no longer scales your arms with goosebumps. Trust the process. When fear is the overworn notebook in your book bag, the unopened Evernote app on your phone, or the twice folded Post-it notes dusting your desk that stare and hover and wait and tire and toggle, are misplaced and found, yet still not used. Trust the process. 1, you are tired. The couch is still warm from the imprint of your back. The outside taunts you to smile in its direction. Close your beautiful eyes and let the heat wash your tired away. 2, your words hold value, use them. It is impossible for your partner to know the lining of your mind or heart or hurt. 3, When the dust settles, you will still be a person, all pumping blood, moving limbs, and processing mind. Press your quaking hand against the valley of your chest, the home where your survival lives, the carrier of your liberation for. Sound waves need not an ear to be heard, nor a piece of skin to scare. Listen to the silence of your beautiful body and welcome the music in your story. 5. Trust the process of your hope.
Trust the process
Of your healing.
Trust the process
Of your mindfulness.
Trust the process
Of your deliverance.
Trust the process
Of your pen. Thank you.
Hey, that was good, man.
Y'all give it up one more time for Tim Hall. Can I get a collective aw? That's the end of our January Outspoken Saturday for 2025, but we made it. And before we go, I want to thank every single one of our Outspoken Saturday poets for this afternoon. You all are magical and incredible, and I hope all of you out there tell a friend to tell a friend about not only this stage and this platform, but also about these beautiful people and their poetry. Before we go, I want to thank our wonderful GBH crew. Please give it up for Olivia Cuesero, Juan Jose Cadena, Hannah Thomas. Oh, there you are, Juan Jose. I was like, where are you? Hannah Thomas, Sandra Lopez Burke, and Maddie Geyer. Yes, hello. Once again, my name is Amanda Shea, and you can follow me on Instagram at Amanda Shea all day, and that's Shea like the butter. For all my melanated peoples, please don't play me. With that being said, right now is the time we're gonna invite all of our outspoken poets back up to the stage for pictures. So if you would like to say hello, if you wanna sign up for next month, please come and take that time now. And we thank you so much for all of your love and your support and all of your participation, because you all were on camera, just so you know. Okay, and you can find us on YouTube at GBH, or you can go to gbh.org and find all of the performances of past years and today. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have an amazing afternoon. Stay warm.